fall down a black hole for the last 2.5 months.
Yeah, like it's the polar opposite. Literally yesterday it was just like and now it's like you are hearing Mel right in your ear.
Just Meldrick ASMR.
Yeah.
ASMR time.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh golly. Okay, I'm gonna start.
All right.
Okay. When last we left you, Blue Hearts, you managed to track down the company cleaners and Tordir Durandare. After cornering and subduing them, Tordir revealed that the company vault was a pocket dimension with a constantly changing entrance. He told you of the vault's current entrance, and you raced to Evendale to catch it before it moved again. Once inside the vault, you were greeted by the remote voice of someone calling themselves the Financier, the head of the finance division of the company. Charged with overseeing the vault, the Financier had a problem on his hand. Recently, some of the wards in the vault's containment units had failed, and a dangerous being from the far realms called the Waveform had gotten loose. The Waveform was now slowly corrupting the whole vault. In exchange for you eliminating this threat, the Financier offered to cooperate with you and help you find whatever you were looking for. So, that is where we pick up. After redonning your armor and preparing for your journey to the Waveform's prison, you stand now before the open security doors into the western wing of the vault. What lies beyond is the edge of the Waveform's domain. The vault's former research labs, since plunged into eternal darkness and dubbed by the Financier as the Fright Wing. Even as the door stands open before you, you cannot see more than 10 feet into this space before the light from outside is abruptly cut off by a wall of shadow. Blue Hearts, what do you wish to do?
Do we want to make a chain, hold on to some rope?
That might be smart.
That might be a
Ellen.
good idea.
Ellen pulls out a rope and ties ties around her waist, passes it on to...
You're still all wearing the those wax earplugs. Are you
Yeah.
having a hard time hearing one another? You're like shouting.
Oh no. Oh, we have to interpret
maybe
and
just, like,
dance
No,
this.
You can maybe,
Ellen
pull out
pulls
the rope and
the
just...
rope and ties it around her waist and then holds it up to the group, I guess.
Okay.
I hope that's enough for people to...
Yeah.
I'll agree. And
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Poor Ren.
I think Ren would have really enjoyed later in the session too.
I'm gonna try and upload the shit that I have tonight because I know I've been slacking on that. Zoe.
It's
fine.
okay.
It's okay.
Ugh. Okay.
All right. So Ellen, you pull out the rope and just motion to the rest of your companions, and you all spend some time kind of creating a tether line where you all, essentially. How many feet of rope is it?
I have. Let me look.
You have a lot, don't you?
I have a lot. I have
50 feet.
50 feet of rope.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 feet of hemp
So
rope.
wrapping it once around each of you in turn. Is Tackle staying in the Pokeball?
Yeah, Tackle's Pokeball.
Okay. So it'll just be the 7 of you. Who is... What order are you doing this in? Who is taking up the front? Because if you're all kind of going one by one, I need to know who's at the start of this daisy chain and who's at the back.
I think Ellen is up front, maybe?
Ellen can have tied the middle of the rope and then held it out to other people, but she could also be in the front.
Okay.
Well, let me know what the march. This is essentially a marching order because I'm gonna need to know like whoever is venturing first and into this this location.
Okay.
Okay, run a second.
This'll
I
holds
guess
up a 3.
So why don't we put people in order here? So we'll have Verna, and then Sissel. Is Ellen in front?
I guess Ellen can be in front and like peek out
Okay.
because she does have the blind sense.
Yeah. I'm assuming Mida would probably take up the rear just to like watch anybody from behind.
Yeah,
It
to
just
guard
leaves Goff and
everyone.
Roscoe sort of maybe in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move them down so we can see everybody. So that's the order. All right.
Should we put them from left to right so we can see
Yeah.
names a little or like
Let's do it this
images a
way.
little clearer? Yeah.
Let's do it this way so it's not a whole mess. So that's the order.
There we go.
Okay. So
Ellen can navigate with blind sense.
that is true. You can. All right. So with this preparation made, you still have the security door that has since been opened by the captain, Helena Auberidge. She has sort of stepped aside, taken a breather, and you are being given admittance to this research wing, essentially, that the financier, for some reason, is calling the Fright Wing. How do you wish to proceed?
Do we want to go sneakily? We should probably go
What?
sneakily. Ellen is just going to like put a finger to her lips, and then begin leading the way in,
Okay.
and attempting to move quietly.
Okay.
While yeah.
You all watch as Ellen moves through this wall of shadow. It's almost as if it absorbs her. And one by one, you watch as the taut rope, you each move in one at a time. And as you all cross this threshold individually, making the step beyond, all sound around you appears to cease. Not only deprived of sight, but hearing as well. And you feel as if you do not know which direction you're heading. It feels like you're just deprived of any sort of sensory input. You don't know what's up, what's down. There's just this formless abyss beyond. How do you wish to proceed? You can see about 10 feet in front of you.
I'm
You
gonna.
can see.
Oh,
Sorry. No, go on.
I'm gonna try and cast light on my staff.
Okay. The light illuminates a bright light within essentially a 10-foot bubble around you, but does not press any further than that. So it's like you're in a bright room within a 10-foot sphere, and anybody else within that 10-foot sphere you can see very clearly, but at the edge of that 10-foot sphere, it's just blackness.
Great.
I don't like it.
What?
You can, however, hear the sound of your own footsteps. You can hear the sound of your allies. It's just that it feels like any sound from outside of this darkness area, you can't hear anymore. The humming of the lights from up above, the sound of the creaking metal from the vault's hallways, everything is just completely silent after that. All you hear is just the echoes of your footsteps against the stone floor.
We gonna die, y'all.
Spooky.
Oh, boy.
I guess we just go forward, huh?
Just keep going. Yeah.
Forward march. We're all tied together.
All right. So
Just-
Ellen, as you lead the charge here, you can kind of make out you're in a narrow hallway. Similar to the hallways that you were in previously, very high up, just stretching on into the darkness that is enveloped in shadow above. It seems to move on interminably. But then you hear something. It starts, and all of you hear this, it starts quiet at first, like this low hiss gnawing at the back of your mind. And then it grows into a loud whisper invading your skull, pushing into every waking thought, and then reaching a crescendo in a terrible static that rattles your mind. Seems that the waveform has noticed your presence in its domain.
Haha.
Does it seem like the earplugs are doing anything?
It's in your head.
Great.
Great.
It seems to be putting out feelers. It doesn't feel like it's trying to hurt you just yet. It's trying to understand you. That's the feeling you get from it. But there is this constant dull static in the back of your head.
I think in my head very loudly, "Hello, please do not hurt us." But like in my head,
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be thinking that for a while.
Okay. All right. Ellen, if you're leading this up,
I have a question.
Yeah. sure.
Does Wraith have that mind blank thing happening? Does this affect Wraith?
Do you have Mind Blade on? I forget
Uh,
if you still have it on. How long does it last?
it is a 24-hour spell. That is my 8th. I'm just trying to decide
Well,
if
I
she
thought
would
you
still
used
be
it already.
casting.
I thought you
Usually,
used it already.
since it's 24 hours, usually she casts it before sleeping. So it's
I-
like,
I thought you had cast it in the process of going after the company cleaners. I'm pretty sure, like, you mentioned it at last session that you cast it.
not mind blank.
Oh, okay.
Foresight is only 8 hours, so yes, I probably cast that.
Okay.
I think yes. The trick that I'm trying to say is that I cast Mind Blank as my 8th level spell before I sleep, so I can still have the effects and not have the points spent the next day. So I would say that at this point she's probably still doing that whenever she has her 8th level available, and I'm pretty sure I didn't use that last time. So yeah, I'll say yes. That would mean that it says I'm immune to psychic damage. Any effect that would sense allow
do
something
have
to
it on.
sense or read, sense or
Okay.
read my thoughts, divination spells, and immune to the charm condition.
So then I change what I said specifically for her wraith. You do not hear this static in your head.
Okay.
You hear nothing. You are noticing that your companions seem to be, at least the ones that you can see, seem to be affected by something. You're not quite sure what, but the rest of you are hearing this dull static in the back of your minds that's making it difficult to think, making it difficult to concentrate or hear anything outside of your own mind.
I'll keep an eye out for anything weird, I guess.
Okay.
He wraith is unbothered, he wraith is moisturized, he wraith is in her lane.
Ellen,
God.
since you're leading this up, how do you want to navigate this darkness?
I guess Ellen is gonna she can only have blind sense within 10 feet of her anyway. So I guess she's gonna try to make her footsteps as quiet as possible as she continues.
I want to understand something. Blind sense specifically only deals with hidden or invisible creatures within 10 feet of you. It's not the same as blind sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if anything,
is hidden or invisible.
Yeah, I didn't realize we would have 10 feet of visibility. I thought it would be we would be blind in there completely.
No, you can see within 10 feet of you. It's just this rolling darkness that as you move through, you can kind of see ahead of you and behind you, but any further than that, and your sight just drops off immediately.
Okay.
It's like moving through a soup, like a fog.
Ellen is going to... Okay, so I guess... Is the hallway narrow enough that she can see both sides
Yeah,
of
yeah.
both walls at
Yeah,
once?
you're not
Okay.
in a 10-foot wide hallway.
Okay. So she can probably like move along, and we know that we have to get through this
Yeah.
zone before we
Right.
can. So yeah, I guess uh knowing that it is dangerous to be going and getting distracted in like side doors,
Mhm.
she's probably just going to be trying to like, as she goes through, keep an eye on hallways that she passes, but also trying to keep going straight.
Sure.
And also if there are any signs within
Yeah.
10 feet that ever
Give me
come
a
up that she
survival
can
check.
see. Oh boy.
You're leading the
Survive.
party.
Ooh, 17 plus 11? No, sorry, that's Roscoe. I was like, 11? That doesn't look right. 17 plus 5, that's better. Well, not better, but 17 plus 5 is 22. That's
22.
more
That's
correct. I'm
pretty
like,
good.
yeah.
You manage to push your way along, just guiding your hand along a wall just to keep yourself grounded in the way that you're going. You kind of peer against the wall looking for any signage. Most of the time, you come across openings that appear to be into rooms that are labeled as just various research rooms, like Laboratory A, Laboratory B, that kind of thing. Ultimately, you get to a set of double doors in front of you that says cargo wing. So this is like in a cargo, like drop off essentially. So this is like a cargo area for dropping off and loading certain anomalous materials.
Was that the climb? The endless or endless pit
No,
entrance hall?
no. You are far away from that.
Okay.
This still seems to be a part of the Fright Wing. It's still shrouded in darkness.
Is this like the only way to go right now?
Yeah, it seems
Okay.
like unless you want to like try exploring some of the adjacent rooms, this is sort of like the way forward.
Okay. So, is the door locked?
No, it's just set of swivel doors,
Oh. Oh, like the
like those
yeah.
like surgical operating theater type.
Surgical, those, yeah. Like the ones you can push the gurney
Yep.
through.
Mhm.
So Ellen turns and looks at Verna, shrugs, and walks it through the doors.
Okay. Making your way into this area, the hallway is just as nondescript as previous. You can just make out the sound in the distance of leaking pipes, this incessant drip, drip, drip of water plinking against the stone floor. And it is joined by something else somewhere. Something that might be far in the distance, just around a corner, or right behind you. This low inhale and a moan. Move to the map.
Oh no, I don't
Scary.
like this.
Spooky, scary.
So, essentially, if I were to put you in the
Yo!
marching order that I had you in before, it's basically this, is my understanding.
Yeah.
You can only see within 10 feet of you, right? Like, you can't see other people outside of your bubble.
No.
Oh wow! So other people can see. Nice.
Less
Yeah,
than you
you
can.
can.
Yeah.
I like how Verna. That's so cool. So okay.
Yeah, so you should only have vision within 10 feet, 10-foot
Mhm.
bubble, each of you.
So Ellen right now can only see Verna and Sissel.
That should be accurate.
Oh, is someone piloting Mido?
I am piloting Mido.
Okay.
So I'm going to need, unless you want to take initiative in the order of the marching order here, I am going to need you all to roll initiative.
I'll roll.
Roscoe needs an
Oops.
initiative.
Oh.
Why
Okay.
is my initiative always absolute garbage?
Yeah, mine's ass always.
Oof.
I have a +5 to initiative too.
Is that for Ellen?
That's for Ellen. Oh,
Okay.
did Roscoe not? Oh, okay.
I didn't
he
put
did.
Roscoe on. Oh no,
He's
Roscoe's
there.
there. I don't have Goff yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I need to roll for Mido. So I can handle Mido for now, unless anybody wants to run her. It's up to y'all.
I have so many things to think about.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay. So Tom, oh, you rolled.
He-
Okay, you
put
put
it
your
in.
number in.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is essentially the initiative order. Obviously, you are daisy chained together. So you let me know if you want to like proceed in that kind of order, or how you want, or do you just want to go like if you want to just delay your turns or whatnot.
Okay.
Because you're all kind of
okay.
like moving in unison, so you can't really move far away from one another. You can maybe
Yeah.
move like 5 feet in any given direction while still attached to the person next to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what Ellen is going to do.
Okay, so what does Ellen want to do?
So
You only have basically 5 feet of movement
Yeah.
in any direction.
she's gonna move here,
Okay.
and sort of try to block off the hallway.
Okay.
And I guess she's gonna. Oh, that's really cool.
What
she's-
the line of sight stuff?
Yeah, like it can.
Yeah,
it
because I
follows the.
I made like a line of sight mapping for the dynamic lighting on this map.
That's really cool. But yeah, Ellen's gonna try and, I guess, perceive where the thing is coming from.
Give me a perception check.
Here we go. Ooh, 19 plus 11 is 30.
30. That's a really good roll. You feel as if you hear this low moan coming from your left and your right.
Great. Would that have been like? Is that like an opponent?
Huh?
Sorry, would that be like a? Nope. Because I for detail perception check to find hidden creature or object is a bonus action for me, so I guess Ellen will hold her action to stab at the first thing that comes across.
Okay.
And then also just like look at Verna and Sissel, and I guess Hraith is now within her line of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like point left and right down the hall. And yeah, that's to indicate that's where they might be.
Okay. So you're otherwise just holding your action, and if anything comes within range, you're going to stab it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Verna, what do you want to do? Okay. You pull out the sunblade and ignite it and cast this illuminating aura all around you. And unfortunately, it doesn't go further than 10 feet, but you are in bright light within that 10 feet. It's about as far as you can get. Okay. Goff, what do you want to do?
Am I getting the correct impression that there's literally nothing that can be done about this darkness?
You could give it a try if you want to roll an Arcana check to see if you can figure out what's going on with this.
All the most useful checks that for my questions are based on the stat that I have nothing in. No, I don't know anything. It's a single digit number.
Okay, yeah. This you get the impression that this is some sort of feature of the waveform as a layer, but you can't quite figure out what the solution to dealing with it is at the moment. Part of that being probably the uneasiness that you feel of this whole situation, that you are all just sort of enveloped in darkness and you have a hard time seeing each other.
Did you clarify that the daylight spell would do nothing to this?
You asked me that last time.
I know I can't remember what the ruling was.
I don't know if it is relevant, but Verna's sword has a similar effect and doesn't seem to be.
Well, daylight has a larger base area, I think. Like
The Sunblade's area is pretty big.
Well, no, I mean what I mean by that is daylight is a 60-foot radius sphere. Like the light source itself is much bigger. The object, the form that the light is coming from is way bigger than the sword, is my point. So that's why I was wondering if that expands our vision by any means, or if it just puts a big bright orb in the room that doesn't change anything.
So specifically, what level is daylight again? Let me take a look at this.
It's
Daylight
third level.
is third level. So
But
it says
the confusion I had wasn't about. You said that it couldn't dispel the darkness, but could it help us see in the darkness that exists? Is my question.
it can dispel an area of darkness created by a spell of third level or lower.
I'm not. You said last time it wouldn't be able to dispel the darkness because you said this is much higher level. I was talking about, does this orb not dispel, but does it create a more vision for us?
No.
Even
it does not.
As a larger source
Correct.
of light.
It doesn't. No.
Okay. Does True Sight help you see through magical darkness?
I don't think so.
It should.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say anything about magical darkness in the description, which is why.
True seeing. So True Sight. Let me look at this real quick. Description on True Sight. A creature with True Sight can, out to a specific range, see in normal and magical darkness.
Oh.
See invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceives the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, the creature can see in the ethereal plane.
The thing that sucks ass for me is I don't have any components left.
I believe Goff has True Seeing now.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so True Seeing would work in this situation, because this is magical darkness.
How far out can I see my normal sight?
Yeah, normal.
So True Seeing, the spell says for the duration you have True Sight, all out to a range of 120 feet.
Okay,
Ooh.
so basically, if I have that on, I'll be able to
See everything.
Pretty much everything.
So if you're going to cast that, let me know and I will change your dynamic lighting aura to 120 feet.
I think in this, as much as I like to hold on to that 6th level spell, I think this is a situation in which I should probably use True Sight. So,
okay, can you get rid of your circle aura?
Hold on 1 second.
Because it's kind of like.
It's mine.
Oh, is it?
Circle aura?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm seeing Heraith with a circle aura. Okay. So, are you using it?
Okay, doesn't require concentration.
It should not. Do you want me to? Are you using it to move it up to 120 feet?
So yeah, I'm gonna use my turn to cast True Sight on myself.
Okay. Hopefully this works and it doesn't reveal the entire map to you, because it still should be blocked by hallways and stuff. It should still be blocked by hallways and stuff.
Right. So that's a 6th level. It's 9 spell points. Okay. Gonna have to start being more careful with my spell points. I'm gonna put an icon on myself so I remember that I have it. Why isn't there? There needs to be more icons in Roll20 for stuff like this.
There really does.
Why isn't there a big eyeball or something?
I don't know.
Oh, there's an eye that's bleeding. whatever.
Ooh, okay.
It's crying.
Like we don't have like, most of the debilitating effects, but we do have a machine gun. Like what the fuck?
We have a
Wait,
grenade.
hold on a minute. I want to check something. Doesn't Ellen also have true seeing to some extent? Or am I
thought it was-
thinking of something else?
Or is that on her
As part of
stone?
Inquisitive Rogue.
I don't think she does.
Maybe I'm confusing that with
Maybe
another.
you're thinking about Alchemist that you made.
Maybe I'm thinking of the thing that I made.
who have true seeing after a certain level to a limited range. 15
She
feet.
has advantage on investigation and perception check.
Oh no! So you know what it was? Unerring Eye lets you sense things trying to trick you. Which is
illusions.
illusions within 30 feet, but yeah, it's not
I
actually
mean,
true seeing.
God,
Okay,
I
so
wish.
I'm gonna do that. I don't see anything in immediately.
Mm-hmm.
What is Ellen doing?
Ellen's holding her action until she sees something happen,
Okay.
or until she sees like something come at her.
All right. Well, I use my action. I guess that will be it.
Okay. All right.
I don't. I really, God, I really wish that clerics could use Mind Blank, because Goff would absolutely use that spell.
Just once a day, mind blank.
All
mind
right.
blank.
A good spell.
Yeah.
That does remind me. Anybody who can hear the static right now, while you can hear it, you have disadvantage on concentration checks or saves.
Joke's on you, motherfucker. I'm a warcaster, so it evens out to a regular roll.
Yep. Okay. But just to be aware that if you cast any spells that require concentration, you will be at disadvantage to maintain that concentration on saves.
Well, shit.
Okay.
I'm good at con saves, but that might not matter. Haha.
Okay. Hooray.
Wish I was good at con saves.
You're a warcaster.
Go ahead. Ray.
Yeah, with a
What do you wanna
+2
do?
con. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my bonus action. I will play a new song for everyone. I'm going to be playing a new minor song, the minor song of Fortitude. Everybody within 45 feet gets a +5 to all saving throws.
Yo!
How far is the range?
45,
feet
so it
from
should be
Hooray.
everybody.
Whoa.
+5. Wow.
Yeah,
Plus
the songs are
5.
good as hell.
Make sure that we don't get that.
Someone leveled up. Let me give Hooray the 45-foot aura.
That's what I was doing earlier.
Sorry, I didn't know that's what. But I have to actually make it visible for other people.
Yeah.
It was visible.
Oh, it was? Okay. Well, there you go. Now everybody can see it.
And I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I want to do. I will preemptively ready myself for battle, so I'm going to do another. Wait, can I do both of these in one turn? Let me look. Can I do the voice power in the same turn as a minor song?
Yes.
Okay. I will also use my voice power. I'm going to imbue my sword with, let's say acid damage today. And okay, I'm trying to find where it says how many.
It's
For
based
each level
on
of the
your...
spell slot. Okay. I will go ahead and do a third level this time just to test it out. So I will subtract that, and I will have 3d6 acid damage on sword attacks.
Okay, 3d6. Okay.
Okay.
So,
That's all I'll do for now. I'm kind of waiting and keeping an eye out.
in suspense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sissel, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna scooch forward behind Verna, I guess. I really can't do much unless something actually comes at me, so I'm just gonna, like, ready a spell for if I see something move.
Okay. All right. What's Roscoe going to do? He's way back there.
He's way back there.
Buddy.
I think he's just gonna move here and keep an eye out for his buddy Golf
Okay.
and hold an action if anything.
Does magical darkness affect Roscoe's nose? Can he smell stuff?
Can he smell stuff?
Yeah.
Can he try to smell for things?
A perception check.
A perception
Now, doesn't
check.
Roscoe? Let me look at his character sheet because I believe the dog race I homebrewed has the ability to have advantage on checks related to a certain sense. It's under background. So
Nimble, naturally stealthy.
I guess not.
brave,
I-
speak with small beasts.
nope, I did not put that here. I guess I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so he just can do perception checks. Yeah.
He can do a perception check,
So what
which
are you-
is he's proficient in, so that's a plus 11. Oh, same as 12 plus 11 is 23.
23. Roscoe ducks into this tunnel and faces outward, and you see him go down on his haunches and just start growling as the hair stands up on the back of his neck.
Yee.
Buddy.
Spooky.
Spooky.
All right. So that's all he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, and then if he has an action to hold, he'll hold it for
Okay.
hit.
I think Mayo is probably going to do the same. She'll probably move a little bit forward and use her command word to ignite the flame tongue rapier, and just hold her action in case anything comes. All right.
Does anything come?
No. You can hear the sound of just a low guttural moan in the distance all around you. You're not really quite sure what direction it's coming from.
Both left and right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do we all just kind of want to inch forward?
I would like to.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just gonna kind of start.
You can all take. So here's the thing: since you're all decided to daisy chain yourselves together,
Whoops.
Yeah.
you have to move sort of as like one collective. So if you want to like move rapidly in succession, you have to decide like how far forward you're going to move, in what direction you're all going to go, because you're all going to go together.
Okay.
And then I'll
okay.
allow you to sort of like move in bulk instead of having to move at like 5 foot
Crystal has
increments.
definitely been leaning on Verna.
Let's go east first. Right first and then left? Question mark?
So, in this direction.
Yes, in that direction.
Okay.
So-
Okay. All right. So if you want to go that direction, if you want to kind of make a committed effort to all head in that direction, I'd allow you to move up to the lowest movement speed of all of you. So I think that's probably Haraith with 25 feet.
25?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm slow.
So I'll allow you to move kind of 25 feet in that direction as a unit. So, yeah. So if we start with... So you want to move south or you want to move east? Because Ellen was saying move east. Okay, so Ellen, if you're going to take the lead on that, I'll allow you to move 25 feet in that direction, and then Verna can follow suit, and the
Okay.
rest of you can all go. We'll take the movement as like a separate turn from the actions. So I'll allow a movement. So we'll just say like place yourself within some range of Ellen, each of you, because you move 25 feet, and then we'll resolve actions through the initiative order.
Yay.
Okay, so Roscoe
I can go one more square.
Roscoe can go here.
Okay, so you're all heading in that direction. Ellen, we'll start at the top of the round with you. What do you want to do? So you've taken your movement.
Yep. I guess perception check again to see if I can hear whatever. 18 this time plus 11 is 29.
29.
Yeah.
You hear stuff distinctly from your south. You hear
From
scratching on the
this
walls. Yeah,
hallway.
scratching
Okay.
on the walls.
Turning to Verna and Cecil, who I believe are the only people within range, she's gonna gesture southward. I guess to indicate that's where we're going next.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
And then also hold her action again because
Okay.
that's hold to stab if necessary.
Okay. You hear in the distance to the left and right of you the sound of feet running barefoot across the cold stone floor.
I
Oh,
don't like that.
Verna,
whoa.
what are you doing? Okay. You swing your blade around toward the east. You don't quite see anything because, of course, for you, you still can't see more than 10 feet in front of you. Nothing seems to connect. The footsteps sounded a little bit in the distance, probably like 30 to 40 feet away in either direction. The ones to the west sound a lot closer, actually.
Oh, oops. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me see something here. Okay. You continue to hear the padding sounds of footsteps.
Oh,
Oh, hi. A
Can-
friend.
Wait, who can see that?
I can.
Roscoe can.
I think it's Roscoe.
I think it's because we can all see Roscoe.
Oh, piss. All right. Well. Okay. I thought I had fixed him so that no one could see him except me, but I guess not. Oh well. Let me just finish resolving these issues. So, the sound of moaning that you could hear from that southern hallway. You see these twisted, mangled-looking creatures lurch out of the hallway.
Oh, hi.
You're holding actions, I'm assuming, to attack.
I am.
Okay, so as this creature, which seems to bear the ragged remains of clothing, what looked like a company guard, runs up to you, and you knock an arrow and fire. Which one are you attacking?
The first one that came into view.
This one.
Because that would have been like the one that it would have triggered, right?
Yeah.
Oh, plus. Where are my weapons? 15 plus 13
That
is...
hits.
Okay. And
No bonus action. You're just taking a shot.
it's a held action.
Right. You can't use your bonus action, so you actually don't get a stealth sneak attack on
I
this.
don't.
Okay.
But it is. Wait, did I say stab or shoot?
You said I don't know what you said for this round. I know last round you said stab.
I don't remember either. Let's go with shoot.
Okay. So we'll say you probably shoot it before it gets within melee range to you, because
Yeah,
otherwise you'd be shooting with disadvantage.
Otherwise, I'd have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7 is 13 points
13
of
points
piercing
of
damage.
damage. Okay, so this distorted, twisted-looking company guard runs toward you, and as it lurches out of the darkness, you fire an arrow instinctively. It lodges in its shoulder blade, but it continues running at you.
So, yeah.
The two of them are going to make attacks at you. One of them is going to try its embrace feature.
Is hold?
Oh,
Oh.
Is that
Gatsby.
Gatsby?
Yeah,
Hi, Gatsby.
I'm holding him.
That is a 19 to hit.
Ah, that hits. That
Okay.
just hits, actually.
You see this twisted-looking arm spike that is protruding out the back of its shoulder blade. It thrusts downward toward you with this spike. You take 19 points of piercing damage from it, and you are grappled.
Ooh.
Okay.
Until this grapple ends, you are considered frightened, and you take an additional amount of psychic damage at the end of each of this creature's turns. So we'll get to that unless you get free. You can try to escape on your turn, or have somebody help you escape. This other one, in the meantime, is going to try to just use a multi-attack on you. So the first is a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. The second is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
So that it hits you with an arm spike for 19 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that, so it's
Okay.
only 10 points.
All right. Okay, so that's going to be their turn. That brings us to Goff. Now, Goff, you see these two creatures who are assaulting Ellen. You also, at this point, can see this creature very clearly. You see something else further south. You also see something just at the edge of your periphery to the west.
So who can see me? Out of, not of the
Me.
enemies, out of the party members. Who's able to
I
see
can.
Goff?
Mido, Roscoe.
Goff,
it-
I
is it
believe
just-
Sissel can also see you.
Verna and
So
Ellen cannot.
Verna and Ellen cannot.
It can. Is this possible? I know this is like kind of a lot of gesturing, but as a free action, can I kind of tug on the rope in both directions to get all their attentions?
You may try.
The
Yeah.
five, the four that are around me,
Yeah.
and I will point to the west, hold up 2 fingers. I will point to the south and hold up 1.
Okay.
To try and mimic to people, try to explain to people, kind of going back to level 1 through 10 Goff of only
Yeah.
speaking with gestures. To try and indicate that there are, and then I will actually, I'll also point east and do the 2 again to try and indicate that there are those number of hostile creatures in those directions.
So those of you who are not able to see Ellen right now actually can hear the sound of battle to the east. You heard Ellen, the string of Ellen's bow release an arrow, and then you heard what sounded like the sound of something slicing through flesh.
oh wait.
So
Can
you
I
so
see
you know
the
something
thingy
is coming. What?
that Ellen just hit?
Can you what?
Can I see
Can't
the
speak.
thingy that Ellen just hit?
I don't believe. Oh, you can see this one to the south. She didn't hit that one. She hit the one to the east.
Okay. Like the second it comes into view, can I like chromatic orbit?
Yeah.
Well, good
So because
chromatic
you were holding
orbit.
your action.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Verna was also holding an
Oh,
action.
yeah, Verna was too.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna fucking.
So Verna, it is within melee range if you also want to attack it. That hits. So seeing this twisted creature running into range and assaulting Ellen, you immediately fire off your held spell, releasing it toward this creature. The acid coats its frontal rib cage. Ooh, that hits. You do a very powerful slice through this creature's body. It's still standing, but it's looking a little bloodied at this point. I want to try something. It hasn't come up yet, but I want to try something new tonight. A little kind of house rule change to
Oh.
critical hits.
Yay! Are we doing the max damage?
Yeah. So if you
Yay!
get a critical hit, The first dice is maxed, and then you roll the second dice.
Oh.
No more having to double a 2.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you have a Sunblade attack that's a D8, and you crit on it, you'd get
8 plus whatever you roll.
8 plus your
Plus your-
modifier,
plus
and then
your-
roll another D8,
Yeah.
and that's your crit. But that also means that these creatures can crit on you as well, in the same way. So we're going to try that and see how it works.
I feel like that's going to be really broken for a creature with like a very large attack that crits. If their max damage is like 150 points.
Maybe.
Okay. So
Does Verna
essentially,
only get one attack?
yeah, no, Verna should have 2 more attacks. Verna, you can
because it held action is an action, and then extra
so you
attacks
can
are
use
part of the
you can use your
action.
full your multi attack is an action, so you can use your full suite of attacks. Both of those also hit.
Brr.
Burna.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been with advantage, but even if they weren't with advantage, they would have all hit. So this one that you sliced into and Sissel hit with her spell is looking extremely rough at this point. But Goth, you still have an action, I believe.
Yeah. We've dealt with magical darkness before, right?
Yes.
Am I correct? Magical darkness kind of functions like a fog of war that cannot be cleansed. That is not like.
Yeah. So
if
normally,
if I were to throw a guiding bolt, like say at this thing far, far to the south,
Yeah.
it would. No one else would be able to see it being illuminated by the guiding bolt, right?
correct.
Because it would basically pass into a fog, and then
It would pass into a fog. There would be, I would say, given how the interaction between darkness, which incurs a blindness disadvantage, versus your guiding bolt, which gives advantage, it would just even out. There would be like a very
faint glow.
I would
But
say instead of it being a glow, it would be more like your deity is guiding their attacks toward this target. If that makes more
Okay.
sense.
Okay, that's something just keep in mind. Who else can see this thing? Roscoe,
Roscoe
Ido?
and Mido.
Can Mido see it?
She should be able to.
Probably.
Yeah, 10 feet.
All right, let me think about this a little bit. I might guiding bolt one to help. I'm just worried that I'm already like getting close to half my spell points. We haven't even gotten to the big thing yet. Is there supposed to be music playing? Because I don't.
There should be like
Very
ominous music
low
playing.
ambient
Very
music.
low.
I hear it.
I'll just turn it up a bit. Okay. This is definitely a very new situation, so I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, I want to try something new this time.
Um,
To be spooky.
It's very
What a-
creepy.
just for my knowledge, I doubt it's gonna matter. What is the room around us made out of? Metal?
There's some stone on the floor, and the walls are a gray stone as well. I just grabbed what this map is. It's not.
Stone. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's good to know. Wait. How does the spell work? Oh. Okay. I probably. Can I? Does it sound like there's more than just the two I see to the west? Like,
Yeah. There, you
so there's
see,
more movement coming from this side.
from this side, there might be that you hear some sounds of skittering to the and running to the south and the southwest.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you have not. There seems to you recall that the captain did inform you that her former group of guardsmen were twisted by the waveform's control.
We never asked her how many there were, did we?
No, you didn't.
Haha.
I might try. I'm sorry. Wait, what level is... Sorry, I'm trying to find... Is it level 3? 4?
What?
Spike growth?
Spike growth is a level 2 power.
Oh, I just scrolled right past it. Difficult terrain. Camouflage
concentration.
Natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time of the spell is cast make a wisdom. I don't really care if they see it as hazardous. I just want to slow them down. So I'm gonna throw down a spike growth
Okay.
spell.
Draw it on the map where it's gonna be.
20-foot radius. So I'm just gonna throw it so that it's. Do you want me to do like a circle?
Yeah, just put a circle down and put it where you want it.
20-foot radius is that's 8 squares
8
from
squares
one end of the
across.
map. Okay, let me. That's let's see, 4. Shit. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to like eyeball this. I think that's it. Does that look right?
Yes. It should be
Oh.
correct.
Hold on. I think I might accidentally move Roscoe. I'm shifting him for 1 second so I don't accidentally move him.
Yeah, that's correct. That's a 20-foot radius.
I want to move it a little bit further. Okay, I'm going to put it right there.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw down spike growth. They can see it so they'll know it's there, at least the 2.
They're already in it.
But it does make it difficult terrain
And when they move into or within the area, they take 2d4 piercing for every 5 feet.
every 5
they
feet, yeah. So
Okay.
that's just gonna I'm hopefully slow them down, deter them. That will be my action.
Okay.
That's a 2nd level spell.
Yes.
So that's 3
3
spell
points.
points. And then I guess I'll just keep an eye out.
Okay.
I do have a quick question. I think
Yeah.
it's just a visual glitch on Roll20. I'm seeing these weird little like. I'll just take a picture of it because I don't know.
Are they like little lines through the?
There's like little lines of vision
Yeah,
that I
that's
have.
that's
Is it just
because I didn't make a perfect dynamic lighting mapping of this.
So I can't actually see that. That's just. The Goth
That's
can't
just
actually
a
see these
glitch,
little
yeah.
holes. It's
Yeah.
just a break. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Turnover.
All right. You hear the sound of footsteps rushing around. And where's the last one? Okay. Teraith.
Okay. So I know stuff is going on over here.
Mhm.
Goff has told me there's stuff over here. I'm going to kind of edge around Sissel. Oh golly, that's a monster.
It sure is.
Meet up.
Hi.
Before I keep going, I will use my bonus action to do a slightly different song because the situation is different than I thought. I will use another minor song, which is the minor song of resistance. So everybody within 45 feet, whenever you take damage, you reduce the damage by 5.
Whoa.
Wait, is the saving throw thing still happening?
No.
Not
replaced
right
this.
now.
Okay, so that was the song you had
Yeah,
before.
it's
now,
per
now-
turn. So
And the one you just used was which one? I'm sorry.
if you get hit, you subtract 5 from the damage you take.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I will move forward a little bit more, and I will do a slashy
Okay. Make an attack roll.
with my new sword. Well, it's
your-
not a new sword. It has
Your new enchantment.
new enchantment. New
Your
enchantment.
voice
it is.
power. You slice through this creature, the acid easily cutting through its torso. It falls to the ground in 2 pieces.
Nice. I'm gonna. Okay, so how far have I gone? 5.
I think
10,
you can't go any further
15.
because of the
Oh.
rope.
Oh
That's
right.
probably As
You're
far
tethered
as
to
you go.
Goff.
You are tethered to Goff. That's probably as far as you can
I'm just
make.
like, and
Yeah.
I can't go any further because Goff is too big and too heavy.
He's a rock. All right.
He is an island.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I don't think once I've attacked I can do anything else.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I killed it.
Okay. Actually, Sissel, we did a action. I didn't realize that you were lower on the turn order. So, like, you held an action from the previous rounds, and then nothing happened. So you technically shouldn't have had that held action anymore.
Oh. Well, could I have just, like...
So we can
since
we can say that was your action for the round because you
Yeah.
killed and So
I killed that thing! Yay! Wow!
right. Roscoe's turn. What does Roscoe want to do?
Roscoe's gonna see this guy in the spike and about to like go after it, but then the spikes come up and he's like, and then he fires his prayer beads.
Okay, make attacks at it.
That's 1 prayer bead,
That hits.
2 prayer bead,
That hits.
3 prayer bead.
That hits.
Flurry of paws.
Well, if you're So.
Oh wait, can he do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, because it's his turn. There's no held action here.
Oh yeah, 4 prayer bead and 5 prayer bead.
That'll hit.
That wouldn't have. He wouldn't have been able to do his held action for.
So
that
the way
shot,
I'm
right?
handling it, because you all are daisy chained together, is that we're
Yeah.
doing the movement as one bulk movement, and then we're taking the turn order.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
and then he'll also like move down to make room
Yeah.
for Mido.
Mido. Technically, y'all shouldn't really be moving, but I.
Oh,
will
yeah,
ignore it.
sorry,
You
I
all took
forgot.
movement already. Mido's going to stand there, and I think seeing the spike growth, she is not going to obviously get any closer to this anyway. So she's going to point her sword in that direction. She's going to launch a fireball.
Nice.
So subtract that. These two creatures that are within its radius are going to have to roll a dexterity save. So that's a failure. And what is Mido's DC? Oh, is that a bad term? Oh, is it? Oh, god damn it, Patty.
No!
God damn it.
No!
Please. All right. What is the DC? For 19. Okay. So actually, they both fail because of that. So 30 points of fire damage. You see, or most of you at least, you hear this eruption happen from the west when Mido launches this firebolt into the blackness. And it just it's engulfed by the blackness, and you just hear, and then the sound of wailing. Top of the round. What are you all kind of moving around to sort of get a better position? This is your movement phase.
Alan is hold.
You are held. Yeah.
I mean, I prefer to stay where I can see all the main hallways if possible, but if we're like really determined to go in one direction, I can go that direction.
Well, I think everyone else is kind of blocked by the enemies currently.
Yeah, we're kind of bottom.
Yeah.
If I can remain in this intersection, I will try to do that.
Okay. I'd say Roscoe probably will take like one step down
Yeah. So
over to give
Mido can have.
Mido some room, and then Mido would probably step down here and put her shield out toward the western hallway. So, actions. Ellen, what are you doing? You are currently grappled by this creature, so your speed is 0, but you still have your action. If you want to use your action to try to escape the grapple, you can roll an athletics check, or acrobatics. But it will use your action.
Yeah. She'll do that and try to escape.
Let me just read to make sure I understand how grappling works again, because I'm pretty sure it's either athletics or acrobatics. I just want to make sure that it's like not specifically just. So escaping a grapple. Okay, so athletics or acrobatics. Yep,
Okay, good, because
and it's
her
going to contest you with its
athletics is better.
with its
Helen's
athletics.
just gonna do a fucking backflip out of this situation.
Yep. So it's going to try to hold onto you with its athletics check, and you can contest it with an acrobatics check.
Okay. Acrobatics is a plus 12, so that is a 14 plus 12. That is a 26.
Yeah, easily. You manage to just slide out from under it. There's this gush of blood as the spike arm releases you, and you manage to duck under it and get away from it. So you are free again, but that is your action.
Yeah, love doing no damage. Yeah, she's just gonna. And she can't move anymore.
Okay, so that's your turn.
So she's just gonna bonus action insight check it, I guess, because that's the only thing left to do.
Okay.
That's 14 plus 17. That's a 31.
Easy enough. This has a really low charisma. You're able to get that easily.
Okay,
Okay, so that's your turn.
that's my turn.
Okay. You hear the patter of footsteps once more. This one is going to dash through
So
in order to get out of there, but it's going to take damage for each square it moved.
each square it
So
takes
that was
2d4
1,
damage.
2, 3, 4 squares.
Do you want me to roll the damage myself?
You can roll a damage, yes. So that's
Wait, was it?
so that's
2d4?
4 squares. So that's going to be 8d4.
Wow. Spikes.
Remember Spike growth?
Spike.
21.
21 points of damage. Okay, but that's all its turn because it had to dash to get out of that.
Wow. Good
The
turn.
last time I used Spike growth was literally when we were in Crankshaft.
To slow down and all of
to
those
slow down all
Madden
the fucking
people.
Madden zombie
Yeah.
people.
All right, Verna, what do you want to do? So you can't move right now because we've already resolved the movements, but you do see that there's a creature right in front of Ellen still. Do you have anything that has 10-foot reach? I thought you had your halberd. Yeah, I mean...
Halberd time.
Okay, so make an attack roll with your halberd, and if you want to use a pushing attack on that, that hits.
Wow.
Yeah, these have a low AC. So it needs to make a... Okay, so that's an additional 5. And then it needs to make a strength save, if I'm not mistaken. What's the DC? 18? Okay. That is a failure, so I'm assuming it's pushed back 5 feet. Up to 15. Okay, so you maneuver around Ellen, pull out your halberd, and thrust forward, knocking this thing flying backward. Ellen, if you want to take a... no, you have your bow out, right? You can't take a melee attack. Yeah, so that is your action, I believe, because there's not much more you can do at the moment. Correct? Okay. At the end of your turn, you all hear more sounds of movement.
Great. Oh wait, doesn't Fern? Oh no, never mind. She has 3 attacks, but that was that.
Okay, and this one is going to try to move through it. Get to the side here, so it's going to take 2d4 if you want to roll that, Tom. And it's going to try to strike
5.
at 5 points. Okay. It is going to try to strike at Roscoe since Roscoe injured it. Okay.
Maybe I should have put the spike growth south instead.
Disadvantage. Okay, so it is going to make two attack. It's going to use its multi-attack on Roscoe. First is a 18 to hit, so I believe that misses.
That misses.
Second is a 13 to hit, so I rolled pretty low on both of those. So it launches itself at Roscoe with these two harpoon arms, trying to thrust toward Roscoe, and Roscoe just definitely dodges either way, so no problem. Goff, you see that the hallways are slowly being filled with these ghoulish-looking distorted and twisted company members who are all racing toward your bottlenecked group. What do you want to do?
Oh, it's my turn again? Shit.
Yeah.
Happened so fast. Does it sound like there's nothing more coming from the west?
Correct.
Damn, I really should have used on the south. That was kind of a waste. I mean, it did some damage, but... What do I want to do? Let me read a spell description. Wisdom saving. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something I haven't done for a while.
Okay.
Another old spell.
Oh,
An old
I'm
faithful,
going-
all reliable.
I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians,
Ooh, okay.
which I think will help with a horde situation quite well.
Yeah. So that's
This.
if you want to set up an aura for
It's
yourself.
it's a concentration, so I'm dropping Spike Growth.
Okay.
Thought that was going to be more useful. I will give myself an aura. Let me
Make sure it's a
change-
different color.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to overlap with your wraiths, and you won't see it.
Blue.
Cool. Okay. So anything within that is going to take damage,
Hold on.
right?
I'm being picky.
Spirit Guardians. When you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed turn, it takes 38 radiant damage, or necrotic.
Yeah.
On a successful save, it takes half of that. So the way I'm reading this, I think there was always some confusion around this. When it first happens, does that count as entering the area for the first time?
I think we had this discussion last time I used this, and I think we ruled that it does affect the thing.
Okay, so these two creatures have to roll Wisdom saves.
It's essentially like they're entering it for the first time, or they're entering it, but I'm bringing it to them rather than.
Okay, so that's a failure for the one to the south, and then the one that's right next to you also fails. So if you want to roll 3d8, they will take that damage. What do these creatures look like? Little woodland beings?
Yeah, they're just like little birds, and little fey woodland animals. Oh shit! Hold on. 16 radiant damage.
Okay. 16 radiant to both of them.
And I will, I guess, just maintain my position and keep looking around in every direction to make sure I know what's happening.
Your little horde of spiritual animals descend upon this one in particular, start gnawing through it, and it's looking really rough at this point. It looks like it is about to fall over.
Okay. Well, I don't really have. The only bonus action I could do that could like do an attack would be my shield, and I feel like every time I use a spiritual weapon, it does like one attack and then it's useless for the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't really know if I want to throw it out.
All right.
I'll just stay where I am and keep vigilant.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Hiraeth, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm stuck to Goff, so I'm going to move back a little bit.
I think we resolved the movement at the.
Do we?
Yeah, because since you're all connected to one another, we're doing movement first as like a group, and
Oh.
then I'll allow you to move within like 5 feet of your next partner, which is Sissel, I believe.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't previously, but that's about all the
Mm.
movement you're gonna get.
I'm sorry for not moving. I'm just trying to see every hallway.
Not good.
I mean, do you want me to move a certain direction?
I don't know if it would change anything. I just don't think I can hit anything from here.
Do you not have any ranged spells or anything that you can use?
I do, I just don't want to use them in close quarters.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I can do some. Well, no, I probably can't use that if I'm bound. Sorry, I wasn't aware I wasn't able to move.
I will say on the plus side, because you all decided to rope yourselves together, it's preventing any of these things from like grabbing one of y'all and like running off.
Well, that's good at least.
Haha.
Because that was definitely a thing I was going to be doing, but they can't really do that with all of you connected.
If I'm back here, can I see this? Probably not. I'm seeing it from
No.
Roscoe.
Yeah, you're seeing it. So you can see within 10 feet, so you could see Goff and Roscoe, but you can't see that creature.
Isn't it
Another.
within... Isn't 10 feet like disadvantage with a range thing?
No, 5 feet is disadvantage.
Uh,
So if you're standing there, you can see that creature, and you can see that creature.
okay, I'll do the same song that I did last time for -5 damage, and I will shoot it with a bow that I have apparently.
Okay. Which one are you shooting?
I'll shoot this one.
That definitely hits. So an arrow just sticks into one of its two heads, and it just roars this horrible guttural roar at you. Do you have a second attack, I think?
Oh yeah.
That also hits.
Okay.
So decent amount of damage. It just gurgles this curdling, like guttural scream at you, as it just stares at you with these dead-looking eyes.
Like milk.
Yeah, like milk.
Ew.
Okay. Sissel, what are you doing?
Can I see anything?
Nope.
Uh,
You can hear you can hear stuff to the west and to the east. You just don't know exactly where it is.
Do I see Goff fighting things?
You don't see Goff fighting anything. You see him having cast a spell,
Okay.
and now there's a bunch of spiritual woodland animals that are flying about.
I'm just gonna hold a spell then.
Okay. All right. What is Roscoe doing?
He's here. He's got a thing, and he will hit because
Okay.
that's what he do.
All right. So he's attacking this creature?
Oh, buddy.
No, that misses.
2.
That hits. That one paw strike to the center of this thing's center of gravity just immediately crumples it.
Okay. He'll move on to firing things, firing his prayer beads at the one up die off.
Okay.
Uh,
So you've got
3 more.
if you're using flurry of
He's
paws.
using flurry of paws,
Okay.
yeah. 3.
That let me check if that hits or not. That does not hit.
Oh, 4.
That also doesn't hit.
Buddy.
That hits.
Okay. That, yeah.
Okay. So that is your turn for Roscoe?
That's his turn.
Okay. I think Mito would just go all out on this creature right north of her. So if I want to pull up Lauren's sheet here and just swing away with the Flame Tongue Rapier. Why did that last one not go in? Oh, wow. It's only one of those hit. So that's a total of 20 damage to this creature.
But also the firebolt.
You're right. So it's an additional 4d10. That's 3. God
Nice.
damn it. I gotta do an additional because I forgot.
Oh, lucky 777.
So another 27 damage on top of that. Okay. Top of the round, Ellen. You've got this creature in front of you, directly in front of you, that has this huge mouth that looks like it's ready to devour you.
Can Ellen move here?
Yes. So let's resolve movement. You can move within 5 feet of your adjacent companion. So everyone choose where you want to move for this round, and then we'll do actions.
Okay. We want to move here,
So
or
Harry, if
maybe
you
a
wanna,
little behind.
yeah, if you want to move somewhere within 5 feet of Goff, or like you can go out from like basically 10 feet away from Sissel, 5 feet away from Goff. You can get there if you want to. Okay, so is everybody happy with where they are?
Can't really move anywhere else, so yeah.
Okay,
Move up or down.
Sissel
Okay.
cannot move up. There's a wall here.
Oh,
that is a wall.
right.
Okay, so enemies' turns. That one's gonna run into range. Sweep this one aside because it's gone. This one's running into range. And actually, no, this one's not running into range just yet. This one doesn't have a turn yet. That one's gonna run into range. So that one's going to be affected by the Spirit Guardians. Okay. Wisdom save for the one that just ran into the Spirit Guardians is a failure. If you want to roll 3d8, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No problem.
5, 3, 7, 15.
15. Okay. Now, for their attacks, the one is right north of Mito is going to attack. Okay, so it's going to make 2 hook attacks at Mito with these hook hands. The first is a 23 to hit, so that hits her.
Card.
So that's going to be 13 points of piercing damage to Mito, and
Hi.
you see that because Mito had been beating on this thing, it had been getting increasingly angry and furious and frothing into a rage, and with its first successful strike on Mito, it also deals an additional 25 points of psychic damage to her.
Whatever damage she takes subtracts from 5.
Yep. And then the second attack against Mito is a miss. So that's its turn. This one is going to make 2 attacks on Verna. So it's a 16 and a 19. I don't think either of those hit you. And then finally, the one that's next to Ellen. Gonna make 2 attacks. 26 to hit and a 25 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, so you take...
Oh, Brenna's is doing something?
Oh, protect, so it has to roll with disadvantage on those attacks. I double 24s, so they think they still hit you.
God, yeah.
I'm just using 5e tools. I think 5e tools is a good roller for some reason. So I'm gonna subtract the damage that you would take, that you are being negated from Hiraeth's song, and I'll just tell you the total that you take. Unless you want to have either of these. So one of them. So subtracting Hiraeth's resistance song, one of them deals 11 points of piercing damage, and the other one deals 14 points of piercing damage.
Ellen will have the 14.
Okay, so you take 7 plus 11, 18 points of damage total.
Okay.
That is going to be their turns. It is now Verna's turn.
Wait. Ellen never went yet.
Oh, right. Ellen, go. Sorry.
Which one does she have insight on?
This one.
Okay,
in front of you.
she's gonna stab it because he's right there.
Okay, roll an attack.
Plus, where's my dagger of venom? There.
Isn't it plus 2?
13 plus 13 is
26. Yeah, that hits.
Hit. A D4. God, I don't have. I could use the D4. 7 points.
7 points.
Damage, and then I guess DC 15 Constitution save.
It fails.
Oh, I've never used this before. This has literally never worked before. Hang on. That is, I think it's poisoned now, right?
Yeah, but it also takes an additional amount of poison damage, if I recall. Dagger of Venom. If it fails, it takes 2d10 poison, and it's poisoned for 1 minute.
Okay.
And you have your sneak attack.
Yeah.
So
5 plus 9, that's 14 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And then 12d6.
Is it 12d6
points.
now? Holy shit!
Whoa.
Isn't it? Because
So
9d6 plus 3 from
your insightful fighting. You're right. So it's a
from
level
insightful
17
fighting,
ability.
yeah.
So it's 12d6. Holy shit. You see this creature come at you, and you take 2 slashes from its piercing lancer arms, its spikes, and then you just dodge and thrust your dagger straight up through its chin, and with a gasp and a sigh, it crumples.
Oh.
Yeah, you fucking destroyed that thing.
She's gonna move her insight to, I guess, the one on Verna.
With a bonus action?
With a bonus action,
Okay.
yes. 15 plus like 17 plus 15 plus where's insight? 17 is 32.
Big number. You're fine.
Big number.
Okay. That's your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, Verna, what are you doing? Jesus, 12d6. It's gonna get even more gross once you get your stone.
Soon.
I'm just gonna get rid of the body because it's in the way. There's just like a pile up of bodies in this hallway. Okay. Go for it. You have advantage on all attacks. Whoa. Okay. So this is our first chance, and that was max damage anyway, right? Holy shit! That was
A lot
a
of
big
damage.
attack.
That's a lot of damage.
26 damage on that one swing. Another 17. You got one more attack. That also hits. Holy shit! You did so much damage. You did
Vertigo.
like you did like 60 points of damage with those 3 attacks. Holy shit. You see this creature coming at you, and you ready your Sunblade and just do like a Zoro slice through this thing's bulbous belly. Anything else you want to do? You have a bonus? Oh no, you bonus was your Vow of Enmity. So I guess that's your turn. Okay. Goff. Tom? Oh, sorry.
Slow down there, speed buggy. Give me a second for my brain.
I want to
start
see
working.
when the next time your Spirit Guardians takes effect at this point.
It's when an enemy. It would be on their turn.
Okay, so when it
When
gets
they
to
all
their turn.
go, it's
So
if
actually-
they start in it or if they move into it, they are affected.
So
by it.
actually, this one should have had to roll one. Let me roll for him. He failed. If you want to roll another 3d8 for him.
17.
17. Okay. It's looking pretty rough.
Okay. How many? Goff is not thinking about this right now. I'm thinking about this. How many areas did this guy say we had to go through?
There was the Fright Wing, there was Anomalous Containment, the Incinerator, and the Pit of Eternity.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
finally
I'm
the
gonna try
Terminus
and-
where the waveform is.
I'm gonna try and start playing more conservatively with my spells here. I'm gonna just Sacred Flame something.
Okay.
It has to roll a dex save.
What are you
If it succeeds, I don't
attacking?
do it. Which thing looks worse? The one that's south of me or northwest of me?
In terms of overall like percentage of health, the one to your northwest looks worse. In terms of like absolute amount of health, they're kind of the same. They have roughly the same amount of HP left.
Oh, all right. Well,
This one just happens to be a lot beefier, but you've done a lot more damage to it.
I'll do this. Mitos engaged with the one south or
Yeah.
northwest, so I'll just do it on the one that's south. It has to roll a dex save.
Okay.
21 is the DC.
That is a failure. Big ole failure. So how much
All
damage
right,
does it
I
be?
am 17th level, so it's a 48.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. I'm just gonna use the 5e tools roller because I keep
It's a
fucking
good
up
roller.
Math in my head. No, not 5d. Oh, that was really good. 2 8s and a 6. 25.
25. Holy
damage.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Your radiant flame just starts burning through this thing's flesh,
Finger
and it
stab.
screams in agony.
And I guess who's been hurt? Ellen.
Ellen, Mido's
Mido.
taken a bit of damage. I don't think anyone else really has.
Ellen got pretty hit, but it was a pretty nasty attack on her, wasn't it?
Well, you can see her HP, right? You can
Well,
see
no, I
her
know,
HP
but
bar.
like, did Goff witness a more brutal attack on Ellen or a more brutal attack on Mido, like flavor wise? Probably
they're
Ellen
kind of the
just got
same.
grappled.
Kind of the same. Like Mido took a massive amount of psychic damage.
Whatever. Ellen is like a paper towel compared to Mido, so I mean, they have the
Ellen
same
actually has more
right?
HP than Mido.
I know, but Mido's got arm. Look, what? I'm just. I don't, do you not want me to heal Ellen, or do you?
I'm
what?
just telling you.
Okay. I'm gonna use a healing word on Ellen.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's just gonna be a very small one because I'm trying to not use all my.
You're
spell
trying to
points, because
conserve.
We have like 3 more rooms, including a huge creature that's probably gonna bleed me dry. So, yeah, 10 HP for Ellen.
Okay, 10 HP for Ellen. Okay.
And I'll stay where I am.
Before we
I'm
get to
sorry,
her,
Wraith.
Before we get to Heraith, these creatures finally get their turn. This one's going to move down toward Ellen. These two are going to rush up toward Roscoe, and they have to make wisdom saves.
So all. So
So
if,
the-
if
so
it's, is that 4 different wisdom saves? Because
No,
of-
just these two right now. So on this turn,
aren't
these
they
two.
all acting on the same time?
There's only 3 total. One's not in your radius.
There's one.
These two already
one-
rolled it. They were on separate turns.
Oh, I thought all the monsters were.
No,
acting
they
at the
didn't.
same
They don't all
time.
move together. They have separate initiatives in blocks. So these two need to roll wisdom saves. What's a DC? Like 21?
21.
Yeah, they both fail. So if you want to roll 3d8,
Should I roll it separately or for both?
roll it in a single amount, and we'll just do the damage for both of them.
14.
14. Okay. All right. These two are both going to attack Roscoe, and this one is going to attack Ellen. So the two against Roscoe are going to make a bite and a claw attack. So that's a 12.
That's me. Stop it.
Okay, so one of them got a natural 20 on its claw attack but missed its bite. And then the other one got a 15 on its bite and a 23 on its claw attack. So both claw attacks hit, one of them crit. The one that didn't crit dealt 14 points of slashing damage to Roscoe and is now considered both grappled and restrained. Roscoe
No.
is. The one that got the crit deals. Gotta do some quick math here. Because of the new crit rolls, that is going to be 42 points of slashing damage. And
Great.
Roscoe is currently grappled and restrained. And then the one against Ellen, that is first on the bite is a natural 20.
Okay.
And
Okay. Thank you, Verna.
Okay.
Thank you, Verna.
So
Oh.
with the disadvantage, that is going to be an 18.
Misses.
Okay. And then with the claw attack, that's a 13. So both of those miss you.
Are people subtracting 5 from the damage they take?
Oh, right. So add 5 back
Add
to
10
Roscoe.
back to Roscoe. How many hit though?
He only got hit by 1 attack. Oh, no,
Oh.
2 attacks. So, 5. So 5 and 10. So I gave
Okay.
him back 10 HP.
Okay.
Okay. Heraith, it's your turn.
That's scholar shielding, baby.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Verna.
That was some teamwork, make the dream work going on here with
Am
everybody.
I allowed to lunge forward here? Because
I'll
I'm
give it to you.
supposed to be between Sissel and Goff, so this
Yeah.
feels like it's within my right.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You can do that.
What does this thing look like right now? Is it?
I mean, it's looking pretty rough, but I mean, it is a hardy-looking monster overall. So,
Okay.
it has less than triple-digit HP, if that helps.
Sure. Just looking. See if there's not anything else cool that I can do. Ow. Ow. Having a pain in my ribs, which is fun.
Oh
Oh no.
Is this silent?
Is it? I don't know. I found it online. It was just called An Hour of Ominous Music. That's
It,
Literally
yeah,
what
it's
it-
kind of Silent Hill.
It feels a little bit.
I will attack it twice with my
Okay.
acid sword.
Ooh. Now, this
Uh,
is this also the Scimitar of Wild Magic, so it does random damage
Oh
as well?
yeah, I forgot to do that last time, but I'll do that in a second.
That hits. That
Okay,
hit.
let me roll for.
So let's find out what types they are.
The first one is cold damage. The second one is psychic damage.
All right, so those both hit. So it's going to take a 28 from that, and then you have 66, right? Because 2 attacks. Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of acid damage.
Yeah, this thing's looking really bad right now. Yeah, it looks like
Okay.
it's about to kill over.
I will continue to play the damage
The resistance song?
absorption
Okay.
song.
All
That's
right.
been very helpful.
Yeah, it has. That brings us to Sissel.
Sissel C.
Yeah.
Nasty
Sissel.
boys.
Sissel see too nasty boy.
Sissel. Hit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sissel twin spell.
Okay.
Chromatic
Okay.
orb.
This'll twin spell.
Sissel twin spell. Chromatic orb. Second level. I don't know why I'm talking like this.
No, keep going. That hits
On both of these very
on
foul
both of these boys. That
fellers.
hits both of them. Yeah. Another fine chunk of their HP's gone. As you launch another chromatic orb and it splits in midair and circles around both Ellen and Verna's shoulder and just nails both of these creatures in the head.
Shoop, shoop.
Just like a trick shot, basically.
Sissel hit.
All right, what's Roscoe doing?
Which one crit on him?
One in front of him.
Okay, he's just gonna go all in on that guy.
Okay.
There.
That hits.
With strike at first.
What? With what?
A stunning strike.
Okay, so it needs to make a con save. What's a DC? It doesn't matter. It probably failed.
I believe it's a DC 19. It's 19.
It actually just saved.
Fuck.
I rolled a 16 plus 3.
Okay. He will go again.
Oh, that hits.
Uh,
Big damage.
oh, what? Nope, that was from HP. Sorry. I subtracted from HP instead of key point.
Okay.
And then one more.
Okay, that hits too.
And then 2 more attacks.
That misses.
And 1 more attack.
That
Oh.
hits.
Let's add a stunning strike to that last one too.
Okay. That fails. So he is stunned.
He's stunned. Good.
So that is the entirety of.
Yes.
Okay.
That is his turn.
That brings us to Mido. She is going to continue slashing at this creature to the north. Let me bring up her character sheet real quick. So, bam. Okay. And then bam. I think that just misses. Yeah, that just misses. And then also just misses. God. Okay. Oh wait, no. 2d6 from the rapier.
And 3d10.
Doesn't even matter because that last bit of HP there, she thrusts her rapier up through this thing's chin, and then the firebolt bursts inside of it, and it just explodes and splatters the wall.
Yeah.
Top of the round, Ellen.
Are anyone moving first?
Yeah, are you all moving? Are you repositioning?
Repositioning.
Anybody? Or are you happy where you are?
Yes, I'll stay where. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you want
Yeah.
Might have move down one.
I think Mido would move down one. She would step over the body of this fallen creature and move down one so she can get within range. Does Wraith want to move? Because she's not within melee range of anything.
I'm not really sure I can get closer to anything.
Yeah, I don't even know if me moving can help you get the closer
You
to
could
anything.
go. You can.
You
go
could
beneath
probably
the rock.
move. You could
Or
swap with
beneath
Ellen,
Sissel.
probably. Like if
you
Ellen
want
moved
to.
here and Wraith
Do you
moved
want
here.
to? Let's swap here, Ellen.
I have to
I feel like we're getting
You're
tangled.
tangling up the rope, but listen, it's fine.
Okay.
We'll solve that after.
Yeah, I'm playing loosey goosey with these rules
wait a
because
minute.
like we've never done this before.
What the
I did not
hell?
expect you all to like tie yourselves together.
I
There's
mean, you were
something-
like, don't get separated.
What?
There's something
What?
strange going on with my vision.
What?
What?
I don't know. For some reason. Oh, it's because of Roscoe.
Yeah, Roscoe
I
is
was
broadcasting.
Do I? First question. Do I need to move here for Wraith?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine where you are.
right here I'm fine?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, alright.
Yep. Not worrying about it. It's a little weird because I didn't expect you all to tie yourselves down, but we're playing it by ear.
I mean, there's gotta be a little bit of slack on the ropes.
Yeah, there is. Ellen, what do you want to do?
She has insight on this guy up there.
The one to the north? Yep.
Yep. So she's going to shoot him with her
Okay.
bow.
All right.
14 plus 13.
That
No,
hits.
plus. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the math. It hit.
Okay. That's 5 plus 7 points of piercing damage. That's
Okay,
12,
12.
points of piercing
And
damage.
and
then
12d6.
35 points. But
God damn, that's so much damage. You knock another arrow and fire it straight down this creature's throat. One of the two heads goes limp. The other one, in a fury, looks like it wants to just tear you to pieces, but it can't quite get to you at the moment. It is, however, its turn.
Here.
So it can't really get to you because your allies are forming like a blockade. I think it's going to slash at Verna, but since it was just attacked, it is going to have advantage on those attacks because it's angry.
No.
That is a 25 to hit on one of those attacks, and then the second attack is a 28 to hit. Okay. So the first attack, it strikes you with its first hook. You take 15 points of piercing from the hook, and as the hook latches into your shoulder, its pure unbridled rage from being struck by Ellen just now pulses through the hook, and you take another 26 points of psychic damage on top of that.
-5.
So yeah, so -5 to that total thing. So it was gonna be 41. You take 36 instead, and then the second hook that hit you is gonna be, after her race reduction, 9 points of piercing damage. So in total, you took 45. Okay, so that's going to be their turns. It is your turn, Berna. If you would like to retort. You have advantage on all your attacks against this thing still. Yep. Those all hit. So 16, 13, and 12. Okay. It's looking pretty rough now. You once again start slicing into it. You actually lob off the now limp head, and then you start slicing through one of its lower arms, cutting partially through one of its hooks. It's looking pretty rough. Any bonus action? Okay, cool. At the end of your turn, I believe it's these guys' turns. So this one's going to run forward. It can't quite get within reach, so it's just going to stand there wailing furiously, and then duck into the shadows here. This one here, again, can't fucking get within range of anything because its allies are blocking.
Wisdom save?
So it has to make a wisdom save. That is a failure, so if Goff, you want to roll 3d8 for your radiant damage.
16.
16, okay. I think this one in particular, seeing that frustrated by its inability to get closer and the fact that it's just taking damage, is just going to start like limping away trying to escape.
Hey man, you're the one who chose to live in this narrow hallway place. Like, maybe you should have rethought your location if you wanted to be able to surround people.
What is Goff going to do?
I'll probably Sacred Flame. Is that one hurt?
The one that started running south?
Yeah. Which one out of the 3 below me? Which one's the most hurt?
The one directly south of Roscoe.
I'll Sacred Flame that one. That's to roll a dex save.
It's stunned, so it fails a dex save.
Oh, okay. Then it automatically works.
Yep.
19 radiant damage.
In a blast of radiant divine fire, this creature is engulfed and reduced to ash.
It's really funny that I kill the the thing was like I can't get close, and then it turns away, and then immediately I clear up on a spot. Like that's really funny. Maybe you should have been more patient, dipshit. You brainless fuck.
Here,
That's not
what
what
are you
Goff's
doing?
saying. That's what Tom's saying. Yeah. I
Oh,
guess,
is it? You still want to do anything in bonus action or?
what's Is Sissel okay HP wise? I can't see.
Yeah,
her
Sissel is
bar.
full.
Sissel hasn't been hit at all.
The only one who has taken damage really is Verna.
Oh no, like
took-
3 people taking damage.
Verna took a. I think Verna took more
Ellen,
than.
Mido,
Verna
and
took
Roscoe
more
all
than
took a
that.
lot of damage.
Oh, did you second wind, Patrick? I think you took 45 total, and it looks like you only knocked off like 14. Yeah, so Verna actually did take a significant amount of damage.
Okay, well, I'll hold off. Yeah, I will. I can only move during the top of the round, right?
Correct.
All right,
That's
then I'm
the
just gonna
rule.
stand here.
The temporary rule we've put in place to accommodate this weird situation we have all placed ourselves in.
Our
Yeah, I'll-
tactical advantage, messing up turn order.
Yeah, it's fine. What's Hiraeth gonna do then if Goff is done?
I will. Yeah, I'll do a slashy
Okay.
because I've used so many spell points.
That hits. That also hits. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. And then 66 on top of that.
Hold on, I have to see what they are. So this would be the first one is fire damage, the second one is acid damage.
Perfect. Okay.
Plus
Oof. Your acidic blade slices cleanly through this thing's midsection and it drops in 2 halves.
God, I love doing damage. I will continue to play that same damage reduction song for my
Okay.
It's been so good.
All right. After your turn, the remaining creature here is going to go. He has to make a wisdom save. That's a 17, so that's a failure. I don't think it, even with a natural 20, can succeed. So, Tom, if you want to roll another 3d8 for that.
Yeah. Uh, 11.
11. Okay. I think it's going to attack Roscoe. First with a bite attack and then with its claws. So the first attack is a 25 to hit. The second is a 24 to hit. So with the bite attack, the creature does 7 points of piercing and an additional 19 of necrotic.
So 26 reduced to
Actually,
21.
it should have advantage because Roscoe is restrained by it right now from the previous claw attack.
Oh no!
No crits, so same.
So 26 reduced to 21.
Yep. And then the claw attack is 23 points of slashing reduced to 18.
Okay.
So Roscoe is still considered grappled and restrained, which means he has disadvantage on his attack rolls when it comes to his turn. Sissel, what are you doing?
How nasty does this boy look, besides his face?
He looks pretty rough.
Okay.
Less than triple digits.
Okay. Gonna chromatic orb again.
Okay,
But at first level again.
sure. That hits. Oof, big damage. Still standing, but looking significantly worse.
Okay. Cool.
This creature is pretty large, taking up the hallway, and it's just been weathering a beating from your spells and from Verna's sword and Ellen's arrows. It is like a pincushion of just damage.
Gross.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Okay, Roscoe's turn. He can attack this thing, but it will be with disadvantage.
Might as well.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do?
Can you not try to break the grapple?
Holy shit!
my
What
God.
the fuck, Mel?
What the?
Okay, so that first attack is actually 17, and then an additional 10 on top
Yeah.
of that for the crit. So 27 damage for that one strike.
Stunning strike.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a 22 total, so it succeeds.
Okay.
Good God, Mel. What the fuck?
Wow.
That misses. So feast or famine.
Oh!
That hits, but since you have disadvantage, you don't get a crit.
Damn.
But we will just take the damage of the punch. That's 17 points of damage to that
Yeah.
creature.
And then flurry of blows.
Oh my God! All right. That you land one final attack, and just Roscoe thrusts his paw right through this thing's midsection. You just hear this sickening squelch as it just falls to the ground.
He's free.
Okay. It's Mido's turn. She looks around. She looks at her rope that's attaching her to her allies, and she doesn't see anything within range because she's only got 10 feet of vision. And she kind of does that like John Travolta thing where she kind of looks around and shrugs.
No!
Um, Ellen, it's your turn. Top of the round.
Are we moving at all before I go?
Yeah. Do you all want to move? You're still kind of bound near each other.
Yeah.
So you can't really like pursue this thing, for example, that was running away.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. If we're all okay where we are, then Ellen will send an arrow flying.
Okay. To the remaining.
Uh-oh. Hello? Oh no. Wow, this internet dying. Go get Grub Up.